Now, last week was Global James Bond Day, marking 50 years of the 007 film franchise. And Bond, James Bond, the world's most iconic spy, has demonstrated that he not just has a license to kill, but he's got a license to sell as well. As James Bond celebrates his 50th anniversary, Reuters' Ivor Bennett looks at brands that have benefited from one of the most successful and longest-running film franchises in the world.
Bond. James Bond.
Suave, smart and sophisticated. When it comes to James Bond, image is everything. What he wears, what he drinks, especially what he drives. 50 vehicles from the Bond films are on display at the National Motor Museum in Beaulieu to mark the franchise's half-century. And it's clear 007 has always travelled in style. Bond's car may have changed over the years, from Roger Moore's Lotus in The Spy Who Loved Me to Pierce Brosnan's BMW in Tomorrow Never Dies. And of course, Daniel Craig's latest Aston Martin for Quantum of Solace. But no matter what the brand is or how damaged the car is, they all seem to say the same thing.
He won't go around in anything that's below what he might consider his lively style. Hence, he does have, if you might say, the iconic car, or the car that most men in the world would probably like to drive, let alone own. And it suits his image.
What the villain drives is also carefully chosen, but long gone are the days of Goldfinger's Rolls-Royce. Car chases are a key Bond film component, and the bad guy's car rarely survives. Brand Finance CEO David Haig says that's no coincidence.
Tomorrow Never Dies, I think it was. Bond drove a BMW and the bad guys drove a Mercedes, and of course the Mercedes ended up going over a cliff. So product placement is not only positive, sometimes product placement agents pay the film to have the wrong guy using the other product. So it's become very sophisticated in the way that they actually do it to favour their products.
New release Skyfall sees Aston Martin back in the driving seat, but a raft of product placement deals means new brands are featured too. Known for his vodka martinis and the odd bottle of Bollinger, the spy's drink of choice is now Heineken beer, an image that's left many 007 fans shaken and stirred.
Well, he's the martini man, isn't he? You know, shaken, not stirred.
I would say it would be the vodka martinis always, but that was his kind of one-liner really, wasn't it?
As part of the tie-up, Heineken's launched a Skyfall-themed advertising campaign, with Daniel Craig again beer in hand. Bond film producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson insist the deal doesn't contradict 007's image.
He likes to drink.
Yeah, and you know, it depends on the circumstances as in what he drinks. He drinks what's appropriate to the circumstances.
Skyfall's product placement deals are reportedly worth $45 million, with Sony, Swarovski and fashion designer Tom Ford all involved. For the moment, the film franchise is the second most successful of all time behind Harry Potter. Grossing over $5 billion in revenues since 1962, James Bond clearly has a license to sell.